Charles, I went live early, just showing some video from last year from Springfield. You get some power? Where are you sitting at?
I'm at my office, so tonight I'm brought to you by the Leo Terzo Agency.
Well, you're a good man, Charles. Out of bounds. Welcome to Beer Money Pulling Team. Sit down, shut up, and hang on. Happy Monday, everybody. August 29th, the great Charles Posch, who's out of power up there somewhere in Michigan, and Brent Yarn, who's usually out of power and has to go to his office tonight. Charles had to go to his office tonight, so he's a trooper too, Yarn.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. So, Charles, you just jamming at work today and a storm came in, or what happened, buddy?
Yeah, we had the same front that came across Michigan and northern Indiana blew through, and at my house it was a big nothing burger, but 20 miles east of us there were some farms that had shop roofs blown off, and it was bad. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. Just at my place though, only issue is no juice. So here I am in this bad. I don't know how it sounds on the mic to you guys, but this is an awful echo chamber of a conference room. But that's where I am.
Well, you sound fine. We opened up the show. I started about 10 minutes early showing some JP Pulling Productions YouTube video from Springfield, Tennessee last year. Bob Barbee, can you hear us? I think are they muted? I can't tell. Bob, can you hear us? Bob. Is that Bob? Who's that? Can you guys tell? Is that Fuqua? Let's see here. Let me stop sharing my screen for a second. Make them bigger. Who do we got there, guys? You guys recognize those guys?
I actually don't know those boys personally, so I can't say that I
I
do.
think that's Bob on the left, isn't it? Can they hear us? Hello? Can you hear us? Fellers? Hello? Can you hear us? Start. They can't hear us. I don't know. They're not
Yeah,
muted.
they can.
Are they muted on their phones?
Yeah, they might have to turn the volume up.
Can you guys hear us? Can you hear us?
We can't hear them either.
No,
I think
but
we get some background
their
noise.
lips moving. So, well, shoot. Can you hear us, guys? Hello? Turn it up.
Here comes the tech expert. The
Here comes the tech guy.
Tech guy.
My dog can hear us. So he tried to turn it up. Is he, or if they're using like a Bluetooth or something like that? And they got a Metallica shirt. Is that a Metallica shirt, Charles? I think it is.
It looks like it.
Yeah. What's your favorite Metallica song, Charles?
For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Yeah. Brent?
I don't know. Any of them? I don't really listen to Metallica, sorry.
Big Rye, do you have a favorite Metallica song?
Hero of the Day or Until It Sleeps.
I'll have to go Inner Sandman. I wish we could listen. They can't quite hear us. I can see you guys. This is like one of those, like, can you see me now? There. Oh, hey, can you hear us? Okay. It's like they're looking at their phone. They're looking at their computer. Are they trying to Bluetooth something? Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Yeah, we can't hear them.
He's got a, yeah, okay. Can you hear us, guys? Man, I love technology when it works. Charles, I always know you. Always know you tell me to pre-show stuff, and you know how it goes. So
Yeah. Pre-production meetings happen awesome. They didn't happen in the sidetrack days either. It was me with a stack of notes and everybody else going, "What the hell's all that?"
Well, guys, we're trying to bring Bob Barbee and the team on down there for the Fuqua-Head Memorial Pull this Saturday, September 3rd. Last year, I think they called it the PPL Southern Nationals, and that's what I was trying to figure out a little bit. But I'm trying to see, I don't know if they're on their phone. Hopefully, we can hear them here pretty quick and just get going on this. But this Saturday, September 3rd, 6 o'clock, I have some of Jesse's two-wheel drive truck video playing in the background there. As soon as we hear their voices, I'll get rid of the screen so we can talk with them. But looks like they got the super modified two-wheel drive trucks, ARP lightweight super stock tractors, super stock diesel trucks, and pro stock tractors. So it'll be fun to see the pro stock tractors after seeing Masterson's get a hold of Simons the last couple weeks. And this is fun. I love it. I went live a couple hours ago. I just couldn't handle it anymore with all the comments I was seeing about the new pro stock and how Simons are ruined pulling, and I just blah blah blah. So,
They're great for pulling. We need
they're great.
We need them. We need the rivalry.
told-
It's awesome.
If somebody's kicking your butt, Charles, Brent, Roos, you're going to go out and you're going to try to kick their
Yeah.
butt. And that's
It's
what
awesome.
keeps making this better and
The
better.
Simons are one of the most competitive guys out there in polling that if they're not winning, they're going to find a way to win. So
You're not telling me old Kevin Masterson was planting corn and watching those distances, just biting at the chomps to get the river rat and the tinker toy out to go hang with those guys. You bet your butt he was. Because remember how late the spring was, guys? We were dealing with the Pullers Championship, having a hard time filling classes and all of that stuff. So I know it seems like a moon ago, but it wasn't that long ago, guys. So yes, and John Link did mix it up. He absolutely did.
yeah, that tractor's been running really well this year.
It's good to see it. Oh, there's Bob again.
Hello.
Bob,
Can you
got-
guys
hey,
hear us?
it works. Praise the Lord. Can you hear us?
Can we get a bigger screen on? Yeah, we
I
can.
can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Great. How are you guys tonight?
We're doing pretty good. What about you guys?
We're happy to have you on the show. So last year, was this the PPL Southern Nationals, and this year it's the Fuqua-Head Memorial Pull, or has it always been the Fuqua-Head Memorial Pull, guys?
It was two separate events, a few years back, but we combined the two events here a few years ago.
about 5 years ago. And we started off being this group did the Fuqua-Head Memorial, memorializing 2 of our buddies that passed away. Got track work going on out here, building the track, so you guys can see that.
So we were watching. Keep the phone close to you like that. We can hear you a lot better if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah, it's just hard. When the tractor comes up, we can barely hear you, but we'll do the best we can.
No, that's fine. This is a truck and tractor pull, and it's supposed to be loud, guys. Don't feel bad about that. So, the one thing I noticed, we showed some videos of the two-wheel drive class from last year to open up the show. That looks like a very, very good pulling track. Am I being legit, or did it just look good on video?
It can be. It just depends on if, how the year is. I mean, last year, I don't think we really got enough moisture into the surface for it to really be good. But, I mean, there has been a situation where you came to Springfield and it was drop down a gear time. It was time to get after it, So we aim to build that again this year. Just depends on, we've got some rain coming through tomorrow, so we're going to see how that plays in. We're going to try to have the track maybe opened up and grab that moisture in there and let Mother Nature help us out some this week,
That sounds great. I see some very big grandstands behind you. That's a good sign. What kind of crowds are we expecting?
Oh, we have a bumper crop here on the crowd. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it's we bring in somewhere around 4,000 people, and that's not even counting the pullers and the pit people that are all here, the Lucas Oil people that are here. It's a very big event here for our little fairgrounds. I mean, we're a little town about 20,000, so we just have a small fairgrounds, nothing huge, and but we have people come from all over. Last year, we actually had like 4 people in here from California.
How long have you guys been pulling in Springfield? Because that isn't something you just work on overnight. Get crowds like that.
Well, there's been Joel. How long has it been pulls here in Springfield?
I think back in the 70s when some of the first pulls started, and of course that would have been under a state association. Here was dropped down from PA.
Yeah. So, but we've been having, like I say, it's been probably 6 or 7 years ago. We went from doing a state level pull to actually having this Champions Tour pull, And of course, we didn't have anything in 2020 during COVID. We opted out on the event, but so this is like maybe the 6th annual or something, 5th or 6th, I can't remember. But there actually was like 2 or 3 prior to ours before this group kicked off.
Right.
Nice. If you're just joining us, it's Let's Grow Pulling Monday night, August 29th. We're talking with the promoters of the Fuqua-Head Memorial Benefit Pull this Saturday, September 3rd. Starts at 6 p.m. All Champions Tour classes, right, guys?
Yeah, we added in this year. The Mid-South Pullers have a little mini class, a little 410 cubic inch single 4-barrel natural aspirated mini rod class. So we've added those guys. We probably have 14, 15 tractors, just something new. We generally don't have about 10, 12 pro stocks, so we finish up before the 2-wheelers get done running. We have 2 tracks here, and we thought we'd add that little mini class in for something new to come in after the pros and finish out beside the 2-wheelers,
No, I like that. There's a lot of local pullers like that down there. They had them at Diesel's and Dark Corners a couple years ago in November, and there was a bunch of them down there, guys. So I think that's a good choice, and it gives the fans a chance to see some mini rods as well. So
yeah, it's a neat little class. I mean, it is. It's really cool. Good beginner class, kinda. You couldn't really probably call it that, but every class is expensive. But something if a father and son want to get started out pulling, it'd be fun to jump in, go state run. For a couple years, they have to run the exact same chassis, all same safety rules that the Grand National Minis have to run. So you'll see a lot of tractors that look like they ought to be running on the Grand National or Champions Tour circuit, but with a 410 cubic inch little small block 1.4-barrel on there, So it's good step up class, where guys could jump in there, get their feet wet, learn how to pull, have a good time, then put a big blown Hemi on there and go run, if they want to,
Yep. That's how it all starts. Just go for a test ride. just go for a test ride. So I'm showing some video. These are the light supers from last year. That looks like your pull, right, guys?
Yeah, light supers are pretty big down here. Jake Fuqua, one of the namesakes of the event, he died back in I think it was 2017, was it? 20, yeah, and his son Jacob still campaigns his light super, the Tennessee Trax tractor. So it's kind of something near and dear to us to have the light supers here. Jay pulled diesel super stock for forever and forever, and then ended up in the light super stock. Actually, unbelievably running an alcohol tractor there, before he passed away. But the old Tennessee Trax diesel super was known all over the country, for being a strong running diesel super.
Yes, absolutely, he is. I mean, there was nobody will forget that tractor at all. All the Louisville memories and over the years, all the NTPA hooks and different things as well. And then Don Head, he always had an Alki super, right? A New Holland sheet metal, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, he did. I built that chassis for him, and I think Mark Hoopman put the engine together and got him going. And Don was a tough competitor there for several years until he got sick and just couldn't campaign anymore, and ended up selling the tractor. I believe it's out in Missouri somewhere. Still.
Roos, do you know where it is?
Doug Palmer.
Doug Palmer has it?
Yeah, Palmer has it. Yeah.
Okay. Again, we're highlighting the Fuqua-Head Memorial Benefit Pull this Saturday, September 3rd, 6 p.m. We're talking with the promoters right now. $20 to get in. Lucas Oil Champions Tour classes, super modified two-wheel drive trucks, lightweight supers. That's what's playing on the video right now from last year. Super stock diesel trucks, pro stock tractors. And they did mention they're going to bring in some. They're blown tractors. The minis that you're bringing in, they're just not the big blown ones.
No, they're carbureted.
They are carbureted. Okay, gotcha.
Yes, yeah. This is their first year running, I think. Myself, I would have went forward for the Charger 71 blower or something on there, but them guys will develop their rules, I guess. But so far, it's been a real popular class. They work pretty nice.
I love it. If anybody has any questions about Springfield, Tennessee, or any comments, please throw them into the comments, and we can go from there. What's your guys' alcohol policy at the Springfield, Tennessee poll? That's one thing I always like to ask, because fans are always curious if there's beer on sale. Is there beer at the poll? Can they bring it in? How do you guys handle that there?
Yeah, we sell beer here. We're this year we're going to have actually Coors Light, Miller Lite, Bud Light, Corona, Busch Light, Mick Ultra. Most all the popular, we're going to have them on both sides of the event. So either grandstand or either stands can get to the beer sales pretty easy. We don't really have a cooler policy at this time. I'm not going to say don't bring it in. I'm not going to say bring it in, because we want to sell you guys all we can and give more money, to St. Jude this year to help some kids out, and to Martha's Song, which is a local cancer charity here in Robertson County. This is a big part of what we do. We donate money. We donated $20,000 last year from the proceeds of the pool. So we're very, very fortunate to have good sponsors and a great crowd that attends here. And of course, the beer sales is part of that, where we make our profits to where we can give some of this money back to help those in need, the families especially in need with having an individual or a family member or something, loved one fighting cancer,
Yep. For those of you, that's their nice way of saying don't be cheap and bring your own coolers.
Yeah, exactly. Support St. Jude's, man. That's a great cause. I'll get behind that one. The antique guys, we all chip in to do something there, especially at Tunica. So that's a huge deal. And I hope everybody would get on board with that. Don't bring your own beer, buy theirs, and give it to St. Jude's, because they need it. It's awesome. It's a deal where kids get to go there and get treated, and it's at no cost to the family. So give to that. That's incredible.
Absolutely.
And, we just charge.
Oh, it was going so good, guys. Now we lost him. Come on, internet. You can do it.
In that video, did I see Mike Witt on a grader tractor?
Probably down there you might have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
again, to help out St. Jude and the Martha Song charity here locally in Robertson County. She helps so many local people. They actually do wigs for women that have had, cancer treatments, and rides for families, nights in hotels. They do everything and more for local people right here in Robertson County, which is, something we want to help. This community comes out and supports this event, so we like to try to put some money back into the community and help these people if possible.
Who are some of the sponsors that have been behind your event all these years, or maybe some new sponsors this year? How does all that work for you guys?
Oh, we got a bunch. Joel, you want to hit some of yours there?
Yeah, we've got several big sponsors that cover Southern Kentucky. Starting over at Elkton, Kentucky, we have Knuckles Insurance that sells all type of insurance, including crop insurance, and they're one of our $5,000 sponsors. And then we move over to Russellville, Kentucky, and we got a sheet metal fabricating business called H&H Sheet Metal, and they're one of our big sponsors and a new sponsor for this year. And then over at Franklin, Kentucky, we got Ohio Valley Ag, and they've been sponsoring, but they jumped up and upped their amount up to the $5,000 mark too. So that's our three big sponsors across Southern Kentucky. And of course, we can't just do it on a few big sponsors. We got sponsorships all the way down to $250. Just the individual writes a check. So everybody has got a spot they can get in and participate.
And also we have the Hunt family with H&R Agri. They've been on board with us basically since day one. They've been really good to us and worked with us, and they supply us equipment, come to the event, pull when they can. Great to work with the Hunt family, every year and have them helping back us up. We really appreciate them. Just also having the ability to get the equipment down here. A lot of fans and pullers don't even think about what it takes to have all the tow back tractors and pulling the roller and the big tractor setting the sled. And man, it's a world of things that go into putting on an event and actually doing it the way you're supposed to. And we kind of pride ourselves on that. Most people come to Springfield, they know we're serious. We're a little place, we're a one night hook, but when you come here, it's kind of high quality,
Oh no, nobody can
We've
complain
got some
about
other
this show.
tractor dealerships that
I think your brother works with the
my
dealer,
brother works with the Kubota dealer, Coleman Tractor, that covers Tennessee for the most part, in the northern part anyway, and they provide us with a track skid steer and some tractors, and Tri-Green equipment in the pack provide more tractors for us to use.
Yeah, Sunbelt Rentals is a big sponsor of ours too. They work with us on bringing in equipment. They've got this new thing. They're working with the Gary Sinise Foundation, which he is helping build homes for wounded warriors that or servicemen and women that were hurt, in battle and whatnot. And they actually are building a brand new home for a soldier here in Robertson County, just probably 15 miles from the pull track here. And they're building another one in Smyrna, Tennessee, which is about 30 miles from where we're at right here. But they're based out of Franklin, Tennessee now, the Gary Sinise Foundation is. And that's somebody that we're hoping to really up our working with in the very near future, because that's something near and dear to our hearts too, is these soldiers that are, giving their lives and their arms and their legs and half of their livelihood to go and protect this great country. And, we owe them guys something, and we'd like to recognize them here. So we're happy to work with Sunbelt Rentals and the Gary Sinise Foundation to, kind of start stepping that up and getting those guys recognized.
That's awesome. I didn't realize you guys were giving money back to so many different. I'd seen some of the Mary Song stuff on the internet earlier, but that's awesome that you're doing all that, because that's what it takes, and that's what can really make a local community rally too around your event. Get people excited about it.
We cannot make it on the gate. Our event, we can get about 4,000 people through the gate here, and you get 4,000 and all the competitors and the Lucas Oil people here on this fairgrounds, and it looks like it's a Woodstock or something, you know. So we have to have sponsors that work with us. And when we became a benefit pool to where we started giving back, like I said, last year we give 10,000 to the American Cancer Society. We did 5,000 to Martha's Song, and we did two $2,500 scholarships to Robertson County teens that were graduating who a family member, loved one had either died or been battling cancer. So that was $20,000 last year that we put back into, partially put back into the community, and hopefully in people's hands that were having a tough time,
Agreed. Are there any other Champions Tour hooks in Tennessee, or are you guys the only one?
Only one that I know of. Of course, we have Chapel Hill, the big NTPA events that they're early. But,
how far is that away from Springfield, guys?
It's about an hour south, so it's an hour and a half from us. Great event.
Awesome. Any who else kind of helps you guys put this on that have been there with you guys throughout the years?
Well, there's 6 of us. I need to hit on that. There's 6 of us guys in this group. There's myself and Joel Armstead, Andy Teasley. He pulls the the egg truck on the circuit. Mike Baggett, and Troy Head, and Wayne Letting. That's the 6 guys. All we work on this thing. We have meetings all year long. I know that sounds crazy for a one-night pull, but
no,
we are doing something once a month all year long. And then once we get around about the June kind of time frame, we're meeting at least once a month, if not more. And then, like I say, we'll be here all this week. And for probably the last 2-3 weeks, we've been meeting every couple days doing something, whether it's cleaning up here at the property, changing light bulbs, just planning this deal out to make it go off for one night. We're all businessmen, farmers, and you guys know what I do. And then we're kind of serious about when we do something, we want to do it right. So when folks come out, we want them to have a big time and want to come back next year. And we found that if you put a good bit of effort into it, then it seems like the money flows into the event better too.
Yep. Speaking of what you do, is it easier to get parts now, Bob, or is it still really difficult to get stuff to build things? Are you starting to see any supply chains?
It's becoming more of an issue every day, which I don't understand. I mean, it's crazy. Brake pads right now, Myco brake pads at every component tractor, every tractor and truck it is that run a big style brake caliper, which is most of them. You can't get any brake pads right now. So I'm actually scouring the internet trying to find. I have had them on order with Myco for months, waiting on them. There's certain bearings, and you just never know what you're going to call about. Chromoly tube be in good supply this month, can't get any next month. So I don't know, man. I don't have an answer. It's weird. It's just hard. It's harder every day to do your job.
It is. Well, I think we've all been fighting it, hearing about it, but it's good to talk to an actual builder and not just hearsay from somebody who deals with it every single day. Brent, Charles, Ryan, do you guys have any questions for Bob and the team there in Springfield, Tennessee?
No, just wish you guys the best of luck this weekend. I'd love to get down there sometime.
After seeing these videos, I want to get down there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
We'd love to have you guys anytime you could. It's just a one-night event, a little small town, but it's really a high-quality event. All the pullers love to come here. Ask anybody on the Champions Tour that comes in; they'll tell you about loving to come here. I mean, I've had Irv and Kathy Clark come most years down from New York. They live up there around Hamburg, where we always went forever, and they'll come down here for a one-day hook. Go fool around Nashville for a weekend or something, but. They love to come down here to this event. I'm hoping they come back this year, but the pullers love to come to Springfield to pull because we feed them. We have a real decent to a good track. Have a huge crowd in here. It's just a fun place to come pulling. And we're hoping to get to a 2-night event here one of these years. We would have already been there, but the COVID deal really set us back there for a little bit. So but now the sponsors are starting to come back, and the crowds are back up big, and starting to get the wind back in ourselves good and strong, so we can get that direction even.
Well, and I'm glad that you said that earlier. We joked about it. We think every puller, every fan should promote one pull in their lifetime. And we think that would open their eyes a bunch on what it takes. And for you to say we work on an all year event for just a one night event, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're putting on a Champions Tour level event. This is the highest level of pulling. I mean, the grandstands are packed. You got to build the track. You got to get the sponsorship. Gone are the days of just going down to the local gas station, hanging up a flyer 2 weeks before your event, hoping like hell people turn out and come. There's just a lot of competition now for that entertainment dollar, and you got to hustle for it. You got to hustle.
Exactly.
You just think about it. I just built a brand new Pro Stock tractor for Denny Brown, and I'm not going to say what kind of numbers it, but I'm going to tell you it'll just tear the rear end out of $500,000 to build a brand new Pro Stock right now. Them guys, that's serious money. We got to do our due diligence and have a good track, a good event. I mean, that's the way I feel about it. That's the way Joel and all these guys feel about it here at Springfield. I mean, we're not going to just show up down here, 4 or 5 hours before these pullers get in here and dust this thing off with a scraper and hope a crowd shows up. I mean, we're really trying to build an event that can rival anything. Don Slom was a good friend of mine, and he sets the mark higher than anybody in pulling. One day I'd like to be half of what Don Slama's event is, and I'll have done something at Springfield. So that's just how serious we take it, is because these guys are putting a lot into it. I'm a puller, so I know, I go up and down that road, spend the fuel money, tear up motors, and spend the whole next week getting ready to go again. I know what it takes to do this. So, man, when them guys roll through my gate, I just feel like I need to have it right for them. And that's the effort we put into this place. And then we found by doing that, the crowd comes, so it's a win-win to do it right. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of money. I mean, yes, you're 100% right. I wish every puller, and, I'm going to flip hats and put my promoter's hat on now, but I used to go to events and I would complain about things. I go to events now, man, and I smile at them guys and put my arm around their back because I don't notice the little things that they don't do. Hopefully it's just some small things because I kind of feel their pain. I know what it is to try to put that night on. And, I hear people complaining, but every puller needs to put on an event at least once so they'll have a clue. I mean, there's just no way to explain how much it is that goes into just one night event. The announcers, the porta-johns, security. We've had a heck of a time getting security this year because a lot of people, man, just went out of the workforce in 2020 during COVID and they haven't come back, and it's not easy for anyone. I mean, I heard the same thing from the lady with the porta potties, so it's difficult, to put on these events, and I kind of have sympathy for all these other promoters. I do, however, we try to go to the promoters meeting at the banquet each year, and we try to fuss at some of the ones that don't get very serious about doing their job. And, Lucas has been pretty good at kind of prodding those guys too, learning the ropes and what they need to do to put on one of these events. We really like working with the Lucas Oil Group. They feel like they do a real good job, and I just like the group myself, all the people involved.
They do a great job. They do a great job. And if you're a promoter, what Bob just said is how all promoters should think about their events and the effort, and goes into all the little things. And that's what, and I'm glad you brought up Don Slama. I've always known Don. I know he's a good promoter, but I know his level of OCD when I was sitting in the stands, and when vehicles would go down the track, all the concession people would kneel so they weren't blocking anybody's view. And that's when I realized that, wow, this is something that this guy gets every single angle of it. I mean, even Roos and Brent and Charles take pictures. Those guys, and Roos is like 7 feet tall, and he still gets down when people do that. So, and that's why I like having open discussions like this. And thousands of people watch this show on Monday nights, and the feedback gets out there, and then they go to promoters and they talk about this stuff. So Bob, to have you come on here with your team and talk about what you do and the passion you have for it, you can hear it in your voice, and we can see it in the pictures and see it in the video of your event. like you said, the crowd wouldn't come, Bob, if it was a hole. And that it's just that simple. Nobody wants to go to a show that's not well run, and the track sucks. So
Absolutely. Don does a beautiful job. I like to go to his event and just walk around and look at things, and then I come back to Springfield, and it helps me step up my game. Just to walk behind the grandstands and see about 30 porta-johns all in a row right there. Don ain't making anybody wait to go to the restroom to get back up there, go to the beer stand, and then get back in the seat and watch pulling, and thinking of all those little things, much less affording it, is, man, he's just a genius at putting on a show. And I mean, one day he is going to have a place up there that you just can't hold everyone that shows up,
Well, he's not that far away now when he catches the weather, that's for sure. So
Oh, that's correct.
Yep. Speaking of weather, how was the forecast for Saturday so far?
So far, we're going to get some rain in here tomorrow, looks like, which is we're happy about because we got the track opened up and we're going to try to catch some of it. But after that, everything is looking good for the weekend, calling for the humidity to be low after this rain passes through. And man, I'm hoping, I haven't looked for the temperature. It's usually fairly warm, but there'll be a breeze blowing, and if it's low humidity, it would really be nice down here. That would be and then I like that because that later on that night we run that 2-wheeler class. You know what an old Hemi likes to do when the humidity's low and then the track's good. You can turn the screws to it and make her go.
Absolutely. Well, Bob, we're going to let you go. Thank you for coming on the show tonight. If you need anything this week, just let us know. We'll get anything pushed out or anything shared, or if we need to do another quick live video, just let us know and we'll take care of you. So,
hey, thank you guys, Doug, and all you, Jason, all you guys. We really appreciate it. Love the site. I see a lot of what you're doing there. I think it's great for the sport. Man, we really appreciate it. I'm glad you reached out to us. We're busy and we don't really know what's going on. So when Doug reached out, I was like, wow, that makes sense for what we do. And hit us up anytime. We're on board. We'd like to do more things with you guys and I honestly think you may be doing more for the sport of pulling than anybody else at the moment, because you're putting stuff out there and you're getting people's attention, and that's something that we need to do, is tap into a lot of people that don't really get in front of pulling so much. A lot of young people need to get. I've got my daughter handling our social media now, and she's pushing it out all through. I don't even understand what young folks look at these days and times. So I have a teenager to handle that for me. So, but I really appreciate what you guys do for pulling, man. It's exposing a lot of new people to it, and I think it's wonderful.
You just keep building good chassis, and we'll take care of the social media, okay?
Thanks. Thank you, guys. We need it.
Yeah, because we
luck,
can't
Bob.
build
Thank
a
you.
chassis for crap.
Not as hard as you think. There's another guy that does it too.
Thanks, Bob.
All right, see you. Bye-bye.
Yep, bye-bye. That was kind of fun, guys. I like that. I got to bring in we're going to go from the east to the west. Isn't that a song, From the East to the West? I got to think how that works. Is that a Beatles song, Charles?
Now you aged me out on that one. I don't know.
I didn't like the Beatles a lot until I saw that Netflix documentary. Now I listen to them every day. So
I'm a little more Rolling Stones than I am Beatles. So
okay, fair enough. Guys, welcome to Let's Go Pulling. Looks like we're in the Denver Broncos draft room right now. So.
It's actually the Colorado Eagles. So our main sponsor is actually the owner of the Colorado Eagles, which is the farm team at the Colorado Avalanche.
Wow. So I wasn't really that far off when I actually
You're
said
very close.
So I want to see, next time we have you on the show, guys, I want to see a pulling track, like a mini pulling track down that table. And then we can just make noises. Just go joo, 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 and stuff like that. So, okay. So talking to Windsor, Colorado, Rocky Mountain Nationals Truck and Tractor Pull. So this is a text message I got this morning from a puller, and I want to read this. Because when you think of Colorado, you think of Coors Beer, the Denver Broncos, right? So, and you don't think of truck and tractor pulling, but these guys are trying to change that. But I got a text message from this morning from Nathan Vay. We all love Nate, right? Jumping Jack Flash.
Yep. He cut his hair.
He cut his hair?
He cut his hair.
It must have been a girl. Only a girl would make Nathan Vade cut his hair. So he said, there's so much stuff going on that it's unbelievable. Like, because like when Jeff has talked to me in the past about, oh, they do this, they do that, they do this. Yeah, kind of. And then it actually happened last year. And then if people came back and reported it to us. So guys, let's talk about Friday, September 2nd, Saturday, September 3rd, 4:00 start time. Now that's mountain time. Is that right? Am I saying that right?
Yep, that is
You're
correct.
you're all 1 hour behind Central Standard. So right now it's 7:30 out there, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Ference Vay, what do you got to say about these Colorado guys? Ference is frozen, so I got to get Ference. We got to get good internet with Ference because he's a good talker. We got to get him on here. So I'm gonna bring up the Facebook page right now. Get all this going on. Ference.
Ference is trying to come in.
He's trying to stammer words. Use your words, Ference.
Somebody screenshot that and let's make a meme. Brent, are you getting on this?
No, I'm not screenshotting that. I'm not quick enough.
Hey, he's got his Pullers Championship shirt behind him. I like that a lot. So.
Do you see that?
Come on, Ference, get on here, buddy. Okay, we're going to give up on Ference for a little bit. I'm just going to mute him, and if he comes in, that's great. Jeff, let's talk. Let's talk about Windsor. I want to know how does somebody say, you know what, I'm just going to try to have one of the biggest truck and tractor pulls in the United States in Colorado. What causes a man to want to do something like that?
Well, actually, the man's name is Martin Lind. I'm a puller myself. Our family has been for, I don't know, since I was about 5 years old, but ran into Martin Lind, who, like I said, is the owner of the Colorado Eagles. Matt Hernandez here with me as their chief sales officer. Martin said that, we really need to bring truck and tractor pulling back to the West in Colorado. He had been a tractor puller once himself. And so we actually came up with the idea before COVID, and then COVID shut us down, even though we said, screw COVID, we're going to move forward, but the county did not agree with us. And so it started as an idea this big and went to this big, which was last year. And the reason we invited Ference and Nathan to actually join us, it's better to hear from a puller themselves that pulls out east to tell them what it was like out here last year. And hopefully Ference gets his internet figured out. Last year we had a few over 100 hooks, had about 40,000 people show up. So we said, you know what, we think we're on to something. It was kind of to be honest with you, everybody thought it went really, really well, and it did go really well. It was a bit of a circus this year. It's much more organized. We actually introduced the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pullers to the equation. They're the sanctioning pulling authority over the pull, and started trying to get people, because we know it's a long haul for many of the normal pullers to come to Colorado. And so we started trying to get the message out there late winter, early spring. Obviously to be honest with you, it took off quite a bit too fast. We had a lot of interest. At one point in time, we had 242 hooks. Unfortunately, we can't handle that many hooks.
Right.
We would actually love to do that, and we plan on doing that in the future. But we have a brand new venue that's been engineered specifically towards pulling. It is not a truck and tractor pulling. It's not a fairgrounds. It's called Hoedown Hill. It's part of the new PGA golf course, which hopefully have a PGA tournament here in the next 5 years. It's really, Martin's all about having family fun. And he grew up in a farm. The development's on his family's farm. The golf course is on his family's farm. The heritage of agricultural reeks throughout the whole development, including Hoedown Hill. So nothing better to fit that with than a truck and tractor pull to go with the ag background. And if you think about it, like a lot of the people Colorado, you meet very few people in Colorado that are from Colorado. It's many of the people that actually live in Colorado came from somewhere in the United States, including a big contingent from the Midwest, which grew up going with their family, their dad, their mom, their grandma, grandpa, the truck and tractor pulling, and they just didn't have the opportunity to see it in Colorado. So we're trying to bring that back to them as well.
Now you said the gentleman he used to pull the guy who's behind all this, or the owner of the Colorado Avalanche.
He's actually the owner of the Colorado Eagles, which is the
That's
AHL team, which is the farm team to the Colorado Avalanche.
Okay, gotcha. But you said he used to pull, Jeff?
He did. He used to be a tractor puller back in the probably 80s, late 90s or early 90s.
Wow. What class did he pull in?
Pretty sure it was a farm stock, but I can't confirm that. I'm pretty sure it was he got done, took the disc off and headed to the tractor pull.
Okay, so Ferentz couldn't get on, but he logged in as the Pullers Championship, and he said, I am here as a character witness. These guys are awesome, and it was an event for the ages. Pullers and fans alike enjoyed the event. We are here for them and support to get their show on the road and do whatever we can to support Jeff and his crew. So everybody likes Ferentz Vey. He's as honest as the day is long. So he will tell you the truth. And I've heard nothing but good things about that event. So we're sharing a video, Jeff, that the one you sent me over earlier today. I'm gonna kind of keep replaying that a couple of times. That's your tractor right there, isn't it? The first
No,
one?
that's actually Dark Horse.
Oh, that's right.
Which is good. Dark Horse is a good guy.
Yep. So, but just excited to go to Colorado. And you're right. A lot of people who live there are all transplants from the Midwest, and they all grew up with the sport up truck and tractor pulling. So I think they recognize it and they enjoy it. So if you're just joining us, we got Jeff, and I don't know the other gentleman's name. I know you told me. I didn't write it down. I'm sorry. That's sitting with you there, Jeff.
Yeah, this is Matt Hernandez.
Matt. Okay, so Jeff and Matt with the Rocky Mountain National Truck and Tractor Pull. Huge event. You guys had 40,000 people there last year?
We actually became overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the porta potties would have been overwhelmed, guys. That's all I'm going to say.
If you would have saw the event place the next day, you would have thought that was the biggest party in the United States.
Woodstock.
It kind of supposed to be the biggest party. That's what we like.
We like
But
it.
you guys had more than just truck and tractor pulling. I mean, you had everything. I mean, there's a flyover. We got fireworks. I saw kids painting in that video. Everything was going on. So
It was part of the Remembrance Day Festival. We want to make sure we paid tribute to that. And there was lots of side activities to just make sure that everybody had a good time.
Yep. So again, if any of you are going out to Windsor, Colorado this weekend, it's Friday the 2nd and Saturday the 3rd, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It starts both days. What do you guys charge to get in, Jeff?
$25 for day passes, $45 for the weekend.
Okay. And what's the alcohol policy? I'm assuming we buy everything on site, because that's one of the questions we get a lot from fans, that they want to know these kinds of things.
Yep. So we will have food trucks on site for people to purchase food, and then we will also have our beer vendors out there as well. We're going to have 6 beer tents to help serve the population that comes out.
Awesome. Ferentz, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear
Ferentz?
you. Can you hear me?
Kind of. Can you turn it up a little bit?
All right, let's try this. Is that better?
A little better. A little better, Ferentz.
Okay.
We're getting there, bud.
I'm just here as a character witness.
Character witness. He keeps saying that.
You're a character, all right.
Well, we went last year, and I tell you what, this is an event for the ages. It was first rate all the way around.
Awesome. Ferentz, can you turn it up just a little bit more, your volume? Because what do you think? Why can't we hear him as well, guys? Normally we don't.
He just has a bad connection, so it's probably just not playing very
It's
loud.
just dragging. Okay. I'm just gonna kick him off. I'll text him. Not trying to be mean.
Damn.
No, I want to be able to hear him.
Power stroke problems.
Ferentz, turn it up.
I'm up as far as I can go.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ferentz. I love you, buddy.
TPC shirt in the background and everything, and just boom, see ya.
He's our guy. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just saying we can't hear him, and I don't want to make people suffer through that. So is Paul Romack trying to get on?
Yeah, he was live for a second, trackside from wherever he is.
Was he? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Jeff, the one thing you guys have done is promoted this thing literally all year round. I give you kudos to that. If nobody hasn't heard about this event, they're living under a rock. I like to say, Jeff.
No, I mean, part of the challenge we have, again, you guys probably don't see this because you live with tractor pulling all the way around you. Out here in Colorado, we do have the NSPA group and the Heartland group, but it's just back in the 80s, we used to sell out arenas with 18,000 people, no problem. And then 80s turned into the 90s, insurance companies got involved and kind of ruined the sport for everybody out this way. And so everybody still has that passion for the sport. The challenge is they just don't know it even exists out here.
Yep.
And to that extent, I mean, I think we have the audience, we have the people to come watch the show, but we need all you to get the pullers out here. And we really appreciate everybody driving the mileage to actually get to Colorado. And so currently we have people from California to, I think, the furthest east. Well, Ference is pretty close to it, but I think we have one pickup coming from Vermont. Obviously we're at the end of the pulling season, so everybody that originally was planning on coming may or may not be having the parts that they need to actually make the trip. But with that being said, currently we're at capacity from a pulling standpoint. We're trying to fit in as many people as possible. But again, we need to meet our timelines for the show. This really is a show. There's no going over the time limit. And so we have basically, it starts at 4, it ends at 9. We have 5 hours. We basically got to get a hook in every 2.5 minutes, which, as you guys know better than I do, I mean, that's tough. We did it last year and we plan on doing it again this year.
Well, the Outlaws is known for banging stuff through, so I don't think you're going to have any issues there. I witnessed it in Wisner a couple weeks ago, so there should be no problems there. Now, did you team up with the Outlaws last year, Jeff, or was last year kind of like a big kind of invite only, or just you made your classes and then people came? I can't remember.
Last year it was me getting on Facebook, borrowing, and stealing every puller I could find.
Gotcha. No, that's very, very fair. So I did run Outlaw points this year, and we're bringing our merchandise trailer out. We'd have the Remedy out there if I decided not to blow it up a couple weeks ago. And the one thing that everybody has talked about all year from day one, from Ravenna, Nebraska, was, you guys going to Windsor? Are you going to Windsor? Are you going to Windsor? So the pullers are excited. It's kind of like something on the schedule that it's completely new. Nobody's ever really pulled in Colorado before, Jeff. So people are excited about it. Yeah, it's a big road trip, but it's it's over a holiday weekend, and people are gunned up about it. So
yeah, we actually had our first puller starting to pull in tonight. I'm gonna forget their names off the top of my head.
Is it Bausma's? Steve and Mike Bausma?
No, out of Ohio.
Oh, they always get there first.
Oh, the Parkers?
The Parkers.
Jeff Parker?
Yeah, you win.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 John Out for Justice, Pro Stock, and what's the other ones? Road Gear Farmer.
Yeah,
Road Gear
that's
deer.
right.
Road Gear Plus. There you
Road
go.
Gear Plus.
There,
Yep.
that's it.
Yeah, they haven't been out much this year. They just got running in the last couple weeks, and they pulled out in Madison, South Dakota. So
I think they went to Madison, or where was Oklahoma was in the equation there too.
Chickasha, Oklahoma. Yep.
And then they didn't go home. They're keeping on trucking. They'll pull into the pits here either later tonight or first thing in the morning.
Awesome. So Mark Ulmer says, hey there, pulled in Greeley years back and can say they had the fans. Looking forward to this weekend. Mark Ulmer is a legend in our sport, obviously, in the light super stock class, or any class he does. That guy could win pedaling tricycles backwards, probably. We should actually try that, pedaling tricycles backwards.
So Greeley, there's called the Greeley Stampede. It's over obviously in Greeley, and we would have at least, the grandstands hold 18,000 people, and it'd be sold out every year.
Nice.
So the need of the local community historically, and all the people that moved in, they love the sport. They just haven't had to have this kind of show to be seen for several years. So.
Well, that's the hardest part, Jeff. Jeff, you try to explain to people. I was looking down at Ference's comment. You try to explain to people what it is, and like this is the highest level of polling. You know, you and I get all giddy about it, but you know, like you're trying to explain that to the average fan. That's tougher sometimes, especially if they haven't seen it in years, or if they've only ever seen it on the internet or something like that. So,
You know, it's interesting because one, I mean, this is probably not your typical polling crowd, quite honestly. There's a lot of people that have seen this sport before, and there's a whole different contingent that we've within the radius of the polling site, what is there, 1.5 million people?
1.5 million.
So there's 1.5 million people within the radius of the actual polling site itself. So it's, you know, it's something new to do. It's on Labor Day weekend, which quite honestly is good and bad. We found out, we originally did it so pullers had time to come out, but there is how many competing events in the area?
4. We have 4 competing events.
So there's 4 major competing events going on at the same time. So it's a challenge, but to be honest with you, I'm not necessarily that worried about it because it's so unique.
no, it is. It absolutely is unique. Again, if you're just joining us, I got Jeff and Matt with me here for the Rocky Mountain Nationals Truck and Tractor Pull this Friday and Saturday in Windsor, Colorado. Jeff's going to join us on Outlaw Live tomorrow night as well. And thank you for using a picture of my tractor in the I wish it could be there. Roos, you took that picture in Rock Valley, I think, right? Does that look like Rock Valley?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay. Dad's driving my tractor there. I can tell by the fire shoes. So
I have to say thanks to Ryan and I'm going to screw up your name. I apologize. Vandermeer Media. They helped us out with all the pictures. So
Vandermeer, we can call him Vandermeer. I have no problem doing that at all, Jeff.
Tonight it says Brent, so I'll just go with Brent. Brent and Big Ryan tonight. They helped us. We have a lot of pictures of our local stuff, but none of the stuff out of state. So they were very helpful in allowing us to put our marketing material together.
One of Ryan's favorite things to say is he just stands around and pushes buttons. And then we all like to say he's pretty damn good at it. So it makes me happy. So
I'm not sure which one it is, but it's the boss picture. I don't know whether it came from Brent or Ryan, but that's actually on billboards up and down I-25.
Ooh. Jeff, if you see one of those tomorrow, can you send me a picture of that?
Let's see. They're loud and proud, I can tell you that.
For those of you that are watching the show right now, I'm going to put in the comments, I'm going to put the link to their Facebook page. You need to go follow that or give it a like. Even if you can't go, even if you live in Australia, still click on the link because it's important that we all like each other's pages and do some shares and different things like that as well to help each other out to grow the sport. So, Charles, I want a boardroom like this for our Let's Grow Pulling meetings. Charles, can we make this happen?
I'll get right on that. We're going to, that'll be a thing. That'll be a thing.
Fly you guys in on Monday nights.
It would be a room that we would actually do a pre-production meeting in because we'd want to be in it.
Yeah. No, I got excited when I saw Jeff and Matt come on because you know how we see them behind the scenes, like in the green room. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to have good sound here because I can see the table. I've sat in many, many rooms like that for work. And I was like, this is going to be okay. This is going to be okay.
So, Jason, speaking of sound, I think since you're one of the announcers, I think you're going to like the sound system. We're bringing in rock concert speakers. I think they're 30 feet tall by
9 feet wide.
30 feet tall by 9 feet wide.
Schultz is going to have the aux on that later in the night.
Charles, did you hear that?
Oh, Lord, his head's not going to fit through the door now, Jeff.
I already see limited out going into heat cancellation on the amplifiers because blowing it out. Yeah, you're going to hear everything.
The sound guy will keep track of me, Charles. Don't you worry.
Yes.
And he'll try to keep up with you. That's what you're really saying.
Well, he'll do his best. He'll do his best. I might do an Ice Baby after the show. I might bring that
Lord,
out.
No.
You're gonna have to do like a legit sound check, like before, concert style before it even starts.
So Charles, Matt,
we can have a mute button if you want us to.
That would be a good plan. Good plan.
So just so you guys all know, Matt used to put on rock concerts and country concerts. That's his background. So you're in good hands.
Good deal. Good deal. I can't wait to meet you. I land at 8:54 a.m. on Friday. So
Awesome.
It's going to be good. And my team's driving out Wednesday. They're taking off Wednesday morning. They're going to stop at the Farm Progress Show in Iowa, get some video of some of the progress days. We're going to go around, do a little sponsor drooling a little bit, and then they're going to head out with the merchandise trailer. And I'm going to jump on the airplane Friday morning. Madison to Denver, that's a quick little flight. So I'm excited for that. So
Jason, come on. Where's your ego, Jason? I want to hear you start telling them right now how you want them to set the EQs and where you want the bass punch and everything else.
No, Charles, you know me better than that. Just hand me a microphone. Matt, do you have a wireless microphone for me so I can go in the crowd and talk to the kids and stuff?
We do. We'll have a wireless mic for you. You can go wherever you want to go.
Perfect. That's all. That's really all I need, to be honest. I'll be Ron and Fred will be there as well. So we're gonna triple team this thing. I'm excited. I am excited. So
It would be good a little bit. Maybe Matt can explain kind of the environment. It's like I said, it's not your county fairgrounds. This is a very, very unique, natural setting. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a very natural setting. So last year, probably this time last year during the week is when we started construction of the track. None of us really slept very much at all that week. Jeff was sending us emails at 2, 3 in the morning while the rest of us were trying to sleep. But this year we're far ahead of the game, and we're having it in Raindance National Golf Course, which we built this hill called Hoedown Hill, where it's actually a concert venue on top of where now we think we can hold these tractor pulls, which is phenomenal. We can hold about 30,000 people if we didn't have so much room for the track right now. So we're expecting 7,500 people per day. And the views are phenomenal. You're going to get views of the golf course. You're going to get views of Long's Peak. It's just going to be a beautiful, beautiful setting as the sun goes down. And then at the culmination on Saturday, we will have a huge firework display that'll go pretty much right over the track. So it's going to be a family-friendly, just a great time for everybody to come out. And the views are just phenomenal over there. You're able to see, a couple different golf courses, the mountains. It's a beautiful, beautiful setting.
I've seen some of the pictures. I'm looking for them right now, Matt. I don't know if we post those on the Outlaw page or if we posted those on your guys' Facebook page. I got to look.
The best pictures will be on JD Farms Pulling.
Okay. Boom. Yeah, I know a guy.
Yeah. So the interesting part about this is the summer is activated with concerts and the tractor pull. In the winter, this will be the longest sledding hill in Colorado. You won't see it this year because it's still partially under construction, but there's actually snow machines going up on both sides. And the actual track itself was actually the run out lanes for the sleds.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So there you go. That picture right there. It's hard to take a picture and see what you're actually looking at. But right there, I'm standing on the starting line. You can see the barriers that we're going in today. It looks like when you're pulling, you're going to go directly up that sledding hill. So that is the tallest point in Weld County now. And that's at the top of the hills where you start on your tube sleds. They come down, and then the run out lanes, which are a little over 400 feet long. That's the tractor pulling. That's the new the permanent tractor pulling arena.
Yeah, sitting on the base of that hill as they're finishing pulling is going to be the best seat in the house. It's just phenomenal view.
Yeah, I've heard of downhill runs. We should put a sled up top there, Darnell. I think that'd be kind of fun. So
believe it. Hey, if there's snow, you should come out and try it, Jason.
I'm not afraid. I am not afraid.
So on the left-hand side of that picture there too, there's actually 2 big screens, so right there at the beginning, yeah, right where your cursor was at, there's a big screen there. There's another big screen at the other end of the track. On the right-hand side, that's all seating, which we should let everybody know. This is not your big grandstands. This is an old school, bring your own lawn chair, your favorite blanket. That's an all natural amphitheater up to the right as well as to the end. Your concert speakers that we're talking about, those are all on the left-hand side of the track as well. We have, if you keep going through the pictures here, Jason, you'll see there's actually homemade hay wagons that are actually turned into people movers that will be moving people around the pole itself. You'll want to go through all those. That's all the people. There's 100 and some people there.
I saw Scrappy.
You have to stop here.
Yep.
Because I'm guessing you guys have never seen this before.
I can promise you I've never seen this before.
So what do you think?
I've seen it before, but you gave me the sneak peek.
These are actually bathrooms at our temporary clubhouse on the Rain Dance Golf Course. That is actually the females. It says Phillies on the door. And when you walk in there are chandeliers. It is like going to the Four Seasons. You're female. It is a awesome sight to go into a bathroom like that. It is phenomenal.
Trying to find hay loafers is not easy.
True.
If you go to the next one, that might be the men's. Yeah, there. Maybe go one more. Now go back.
Did I go too
So
far?
you got to tell them the men's. You told the female story, so you got to tell the.
So the men's is back one. 2, one more. There you go. So that's the south side of the men's bathroom, and at Rain Dance National, you will always have a pot to piss in. So you actually urinate into a bucket, and then you pull a radiator hose so it actually flushes. So you go completely country from the Four Seasons if you're in the females to completely farm. That is the men's bathroom right there. That's the front.
There you go.
So it's two completely opposite restrooms there. We're going to put a couple of those on the golf course for comfort stations as we continue the build out on that, but couldn't be more different. We definitely take care of the ladies, and the men will always have a pot to piss in.
That is awesome.
You guys really have a picturesque thing going on. It's a certain aesthetic, and it's beautiful. I love it.
That's why this tractor pull fits so well here. The whole Rain Dance community is agrarian themed, and you can see the pro shop there. That tall silo there. That's actually our temporary clubhouse, and then we actually have the elevator to the right, and then the lines coming down. And those lines are actually they have porch swings in them. In the smaller ones, where you can sit on a porch swing and sit around a campfire and have a couple beverages and just relax and watch the sun go down.
That is so cool, man. I wish everything good for you guys. I hope all of that goes, aside from the polling, but even what you're trying to do with golf too. That's awesome.
And these are the people movers. These are fun. We can get probably, I don't know, close to 50 people in those. Because you got seats standing. Me and Martin actually measured them with our big butts last week. So we sat down and kind of measured. You get 10 people on each side, and then there's a bar that goes through the middle of it where you can actually stand and hold on as well. So we're going to have tractors moving people around in those to make the walk a little less hectic for people and give people a little bit of comfort.
Well, I'm bringing out our 2 video people with us, guys, and we're going to capture all of this because this is the kind of stuff that other promoters see, and you know how you always want to step it up a little bit. You're right. You always want to be a little bit different, a little bit neat, and you guys are definitely doing that. And we're trying to help you get the spotlight on Windsor, Colorado this Friday and Saturday. So this is neat, super, super cool. I've never even. Who thinks of some of this stuff? You guys sit around and get drunk and throw ideas at the wall, or what?
Only Martin.
This is all Martin.
Wow.
Yeah, and Jeff touched on it a little bit. This property has been in his family for decades. He had fun in these hills and these arroyos. So did his dad, who was 92, 93 years old. So the history of this property, goes back almost 100 years inside of this family, and it's just remarkable what they've allowed us to do and build around it. So everybody, whether you're playing golf, coming to a tractor pull, coming to a concert. It's family fun. That's one of Martin's big things, is making sure the family has a good time and is able to go experience things.
So the Hoedown Drive, Matt, that's where the tractor pull is going to be, right?
So Hoedown Drive is actually where the parking is going to be. As you look at 7 and 2 down in the yellow, that's the track right there.
Okay.
3 will actually be where we're putting the hooks, and then also to the backside to the north that you can't really see. But yeah, we'll have the people movers and parking attendants, the whole 9 yards up there for people.
Jason, just to give you an example of how big a geography you're looking at right there, we have 61 light plants that will be put in place.
61?
61.
Even Yaren's eyes got big. Holy cow.
So it's hard to take pictures or even see a map to actually understand the size.
Wow.
Heck with Texas. Everything's bigger in Colorado.
Only in Windsor.
That is awesome.
That picture is actually last year at the end of the pool. So everything's a production. So everything has to be done at a certain time. That guy was actually jumping out of an airplane. That flag is 100 feet long.
What?
So he jumped out of the airplane and came down at the end of the tractor pull and landed on the track.
100 feet?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ginormous.
Wow.
Council Bluffs just got outdone.
Yeah. Just going to say.
If we're lucky, there's a good chance the F-16s be flying over this year too. Obviously, we can't dictate their schedule. They're on their own schedule, but there's a high probability of it.
They can fly over whenever they want, Darnell. It's going to be okay, buddy. So
Jeff, just send some smoke signals up. They'll get the message.
Yeah. Last year, not only did they fly over once, they flew over 4 times.
Yep.
And the last time, they actually flew over the top and then did a spiral directly over the tractor pulling track until you couldn't see them anymore.
Bucksy boys. Yeah.
And then they actually came back afterwards and signed little kids' autographs.
that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
So we're talking a lot. You guys have any questions?
No, this is what you're supposed to do. I mean, again, if you guys just joined us, again, we're talking Windsor, Colorado, Rocky Mountain National Truck and Tractor Pull this Friday and Saturday. Jeff's on the left, Matt's on the right. Just, you guys are trying to take it to the next level. And I hope everybody's paying attention. And we're going to do everything we can to put a bigger spotlight on social media with our cameras and get it out there. But just all the stuff you've showed us already, it's super, super cool. And I know the pullers are really excited, really, really excited. Oh, there's Vandermeer, guys. He's commenting. Cody's excited to go. So I love it. I love it. Jeff, tell us about, I know your pulling history, but can you take a minute and just kind of talk about what pulling means to your family?
Growing up, since I was probably, I'm guessing, I don't know, since I was in diapers, I was in pulling until we all got old enough. We were in the farm stock too. We would get done, 1466, take the cab off to get the weight off, to try to strip it down as far as possible, put weight brackets to put it back on, go and pull. I don't know. At the time, we were probably going 30 miles, but it seemed like 6 hours to go to a pull. But we did that. We did that until we were older. And then all of us, I have 2 brothers. I have 2 brothers, and we all were in sports and got too busy. And Mom said it was time to settle down until we got done. Probably, 2014, I think. My dad said he was always going to get back into it. We bought Red Ryder from John Link down in Texas.
Yep.
That was our first adventure to get back into the sport. Now we're in the light limited pro class. That's where Red Ryder is. The next year we brought Crazy Horse out of Iowa, and I'm forgetting.
Pasotas. Was it Rod Pasota?
No? I'm forgetting the name. But anyway, we bought Crazy Horse, and now, believe it or not, we're almost 10 years into it again. So great family sport. We actually have 4 garden tractors too, so all the grandkids can do it too. The garden tractors, last year we had garden tractors actually at this one. This year, unfortunately, we just don't have enough room to do the garden tractors too. The garden tractor thing is really to introduce, younger kids into the sport so we can continue this going on way beyond when we're gone. So the MTPA, Mini Tractor Pullers of America, Colorado Truck and Tractor, garden tractors is still around. Mini MTPA is still around. To be honest, I just got too busy at work and haven't been able to do a whole lot. But we got another pull coming up in Fort Morgan, not obviously even close to the size of the Rocky Mountain Nationals, but we're going to have the mini tractors out there again, and all the grandkids be able to partake in it too.
That's awesome. Matt, did the golf course just open this year?
Yeah, we opened the week of July 12th. So
Okay.
It's been open a little over a month now, fully operational.
Well, I just played Black Wolf Run yesterday up in Kohler. My son works for the Kohler company. He's a financial analyst for them.
Okay.
We get to get on those courses on Sundays for a really nice price, which is great. And I was looking at some of the pictures of Rain Dance, and it looks as nice as Black Wolf. And that, you know how nice Black Wolf Run is, and all the courses up in Kohler. So
Jason, do you hit them long and straight?
yeah, I bring lots of golf balls. That's all I'm gonna say.
Rain Dance, you'll need another box.
So what you need to do, and I'll let Matt explain this. This is the longest course in the United States and the second longest in the world.
Wow.
In the world?
Yep. So from our pro tees, it's 8463 yardage,
Right.
and we have 6 tee complexes. So every skill level can go out there and enjoy that golf course. It's only three holes that play uphill. The rest are even or downhill. Fred Funk was our designer of that course. Fred's an amazing man. He actually lives here part-time now in Water Valley in Windsor. And it's a phenomenal track. The views are spectacular. After number 4, you were just in the golf course, and you don't hear any cars, you don't see any houses. You get to see some deer, you get to see some river, you get to see the mountains. It's just absolutely spectacular. For anybody that's an avid golfer or just starting to play golf, it is absolutely phenomenal.
Well, Charles, the views are going to be what's going to make it just incredible to do something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you guys have already shown us. It's gorgeous, utterly beautiful.
It is a great piece of land. And then we also have what we call the Goat Ranch. It's 3.1 acres of chip and putt surrounded by old sprinkler pivots with lights on it and music pumped into it. So you can go play more golf. You can chip and putt. You can hit a 150-yard shot on that thing. It's spectacular.
I'm assuming the golf.
And I'm not a golf guy, so do you guys have like a sporting clay 18 stand I can go do?
Actually, we could probably put that down in the Arroyos and take our shotguns and have a little bit of fun.
There we go. Now just that suggestion's free. I'll give that one to you.
I'm glad Martin's not on the line because we'd be doing it tomorrow if we heard that.
That's awesome. Well, guys, anybody else you want to thank here tonight before we let you go?
Appreciate you guys for having us on. Our title sponsor, PDC Energy, has been an integral piece of this. PCL Construction, the Water Valley Company, High Country Beverage. We have a lot of really good partners and a lot of really good sponsors who've come on to partake in this because they see the vision of what we're building here, and we only want to make it bigger. So you guys having us on is a big help to that as well.
No, it's neat to share your vision, or not to share. Yeah, we're sharing your vision. We're sharing what you guys are doing, and then to be part of it as well. That's really neat for us, just as promoters of the sport, to see different things and then put a spotlight on it and show this to somebody maybe watching in California or New York or Kentucky or Tennessee tonight or something like that. It's exciting. I can't wait for Friday. It's going to be a fun week. So
it's going to be a blast of a week. We're just getting ready, and we can't wait to welcome everybody out here.
Awesome. Well, Jeff, we'll see you tonight for an hour night at 7:00, 6:00 your time for Outlawed Live. And Matt, of course, you can join us for there as well. It'll be the same format. We'll just be talking all about outlaw truck and tractor pulling. So you guys have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow for sure, and then for definitely in person on Friday. So
sounds good.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Jason and your whole team there. Thanks for everything you guys do.
But we love it. We
really appreciate it.
Keep it up, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys.
See ya.
Cody Vandermeer. What's up, buddy?
Living the hotel life.
Yeah. Where are you at?
Ames.
Ames,
We have farm progress, setting up for farm progress and stuff today, and so exciting stuff. And then I'm excited because I get to go as soon as I get done here. As soon as we pack up the trailer, I'm on the road headed to Colorado, so driving through the night. So yeah, so I'm excited because I've talked to him a little bit, and it looks like a pretty awesome venue.
Well, we just have to do a really good job of bringing the story out to the masses and let people know what's going on out there. So they're excited to have us out there because they know that we can, between all of us can put a big spotlight on it. And that's
Are you
what it's
going
all
out?
about. Yeah, I'm flying out Friday morning, Cody. So,
Gotcha.
yep.
Well, you're
Obviously-
flying out Friday morning.
Yeah, I think I fly out of Madison like at 7:30 and I lose an hour. So it's like a 2.5 hour flight. I land.
Howdy, boys.
Hey, Paul.
Paul's got some ITPA mods going on.
Paul.
Hello.
Hello, Paul.
He can't hear us over 1471 blowing
There
Hemis.
he is. Romac.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Paul.
Look.
Hey, you too can go to beermoneypullingteam.com.
Repping the brand. Repping the brand.
Repping the brand. I like it.
So, I'm here at the DuQuoin State Fair, ITPA. This is like one of the last hooks of the year for the ITPA. I think we've got tomorrow night here, and we have one more in Pontiac on Sunday, and we've got Hardin, like I think the following Friday. But this is night number 1, and we've run 1050 super stocks. We ran 9,500 pound pro farm, 6,000 light super. We just got done with the mods, the light mod class, and we're going to go 4-1 pulling. So they get everything going again. I'll shut up. I'll turn the camera around, and you guys can watch the 4-1s go down the track. Hold on. Let me look and see how many we got here tonight.
Is he in DuQuoin like
Yes.
where Brad had his indoor pool?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8 tractors here tonight, 4-1s. Of course, we're not unlike any other, not unlike any of our other pulling organizations. We've got some attrition in this class this year. Of course, Rogier's, longtime supporters of the ITPA, they windowed a block, and they're still not back out, but they're working on some stuff. So we're getting ready to get the sled set and go 4-1 pulling. Like I said, we got tomorrow night, we've got antiques, 2-wheel drive trucks, 8,500 limited pro stock, 10,000 pound pro stock, and 11,000 pound pro farms to pull here. So we're going to do it again tomorrow night. The track is freaking awesome. Always is. I think the farthest distance we've seen tonight, Rusty Clifton on the night shift light super went like 370 some feet. So these guys just keep walking it out a little bit farther. But we're going to go limited pro pulling. Tractor that's kind of near and dear to me, Mr. Brett Hochstadt, 618 Motorsports. Second place finish at Shides this weekend. He's going to be our option puller. The other thing we got that's cool, Mr. Grayson Shorefighty, Mr. Brent Shorefighty. His youngest son is going to be piloting the She-Gone 4-1 again tonight. He made his first hook this past, it was in July the 15th, I think, down at the Fairfield, Illinois, at an ITPA hook. So he's going to run the 4-1 tonight. We sat and watched the radar as I was driving down here. I was driving through Springfield thinking, why in the hell am I driving to a tractor pull when it's going to rain? Off to the west, the radar had a lot of pretty colors on it. And just like it seems to always do in DuQuoin in the summertime, it just, once it hits the river over there by St. Louis, it comes across and it just kind of goes away. So
How's the crowd, Paul?
So I'll flip it around here and see, because you guys are sick of looking at my ugly mug.
True.
You don't have to say it. I know it. I can feel it. But the crowd, normally, so this is a Monday night after school has started. Normally, I'm not kidding. We've seen like 30 and 40 people in the stands. Just not great at all. But one of the cool things is Farm Credit, local Farm Credit here at Illinois, or here in DuQuoin, they bought a shitload of tickets and they just gave them away. So they had a big meal today with a lot of their customers, and then also heard they were walking through the crowd just handing tickets out to people. And that, like I said, this time of year it's a little hard to do, especially a Monday night hook is not ideal at any point. But They got it done, and we cannot thank them enough. On top of that, we still had good numbers, so it's pretty good. Rodney Crum's here. If you guys want to see the full results of all these classes, he'll be here tomorrow night. Eli and I will be back on the mic again. They apparently thought it was a good idea to give us a microphone. He's up there blabbing while I'm down here blabbing.
That track does look very delicious, Paul.
So let's take a walk. So, yeah, it's a power track for sure. Good Southern Illinois clay. So it's probably the same clay that if you come down to DuQuoin in March for the Southern Illinois Invitational, I believe it's called, that Brad Holzhauer puts on, it's probably the exact same dirt. So they do a lot of pulling down in this area. Of course, you're not far from the Washington County area, so everybody knows all about it. Not far from Nashville, Illinois. We all know what happens in Nashville. It stays in Nashville. That's what you're supposed to say.
Nash Vegas.
Nash Vegas, that is for sure. So they're putting another brick in right here. I will shut up if you want me to, and I'll stay live, and you guys can blab about stuff, and we'll watch some 4-1s. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Because I got to get back to work. They don't pay me to talk to you guys.
Yeah, get back to announcing, Paul. New job.
You want to hear me announce?
Yes.
You liar.
Yes, I do. Come on.
All right. Hold on. Whenever they get going here, I'll start talking, and then I'll mute my mic, and when I come back on, I'll be talking. All right.
Sounds good, buddy.
So don't talk over me, Schultz.
Let's put Schultz on the mic.
I don't know. He'll upset somebody's grandkid or something. So, all right. Hack's got her fired up, so give me a few.
Oh, good stuff. That's fun. I'm glad that we can do stuff like this.
I want to hear him announce Hackstack. I want to see if he can be unbiased as an announcer.
I would think so.
Yeah, I would.
They gave Hartman's a run for their money down there in Shides. That's 2 years in a row. Hartman's have won Shides back to back. So good stuff. Good stuff. Well, Charles, speaking of Shides, you sent us this photo. Can you tell us what we got going on here, sir?
Yeah, so shooting at that event is kind of difficult because the track is raised up between the barrier walls, and you wind up with a lot of people in the way. And I just kind of said, what can I do with this? And I was probably influenced by Cameron Naveau, who works for Haggerty, the insurance company. He does a lot of shooting of a lot of different motorsports and does these really slow pan sweeps. And I was like, let's have some fun with this. And so I did the same thing. I stood back. I took this shot from probably 50 feet. I was actually in the stands. I was sitting next to Paul when I shot this photo. And those people were in the way, and it was Dugan coming at us, and I was like, let's do it, and did a bunch others in a similar style, and just trying to capture the speed and the frankly the violence of our sport in a way that no one else is really trying to do this. And I got a bunch that I know I'm going to wind up deleting because they sucked, but this is one that worked.
That's super cool. Is that Mr. Todd Dugan driving?
That is Todd Dugan. Yeah.
He actually looks small in there because the guy's like as big as Roos in real life. So I love it. That's a cool picture, Charles.
Yeah, there'll be some more. There's some others that worked, and I'll trot those out as we go.
How was
That was one I knew that worked.
How was the pulling track there this year, Paul or Charles?
Friday night was really good. Both sides were really good. Saturday night, it was one lane only. Saturday night, if you were on the west track, you had to be about 3 feet off the chalk line to the right side, off the right side to make anything happen. And if you were on the east side track, you had to walk that left chalk line or you were nowhere. The whole massive hole got dug somehow between, I'm going to say, 280 and 325 in the middle on the east side track. And if you were not on the chalk line, you would get sucked off into that and you were doomed. So it was rough. But if you were on the line, it was a good event. The track held together. The dirt took it. You just had to ride that line.
Yep. Oh, that's good. Looks like Hackstad's getting ready to go. So we'll see if Paul unmutes himself here or not. He's backing up a little bit. I saw him tighten. I tighten the chain smoke. So we'll get that going a little bit. Cody, when are you heading for Colorado?
So as soon as we get the trailer packed, showing's at 4. So as soon as the trailer gets packed, I'll take off driving. So it's about 12 hours. So I will probably stop somewhere along the way and nap for a little bit. So
I like it.
Yeah, Tiff. Adam's right. Tiff did work her butt off. She was on the east side both days, all day, and yeah, she did a good job.
And Adams' pulling track was far way better than most people. There's Hackstad.
Birthday weekend too, for Tiff.
Ooh, it pulled it down.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell by the smoke. She looks a little warm.
Well, there's lightning in the background too.
Hey, it's just like the Pullers Championship. So.
Yep. I don't know if Paul's talking, but we can't hear him.
I think we need a pull-off tractor, guys.
Of course, Rodney's out there.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta check on everything.
That is for sure. He's way out there. 3-something?
No,
that's
250. So
he's right at 300?
Yeah, just shy.
Is that Holzhauer in the purple shirt?
That looks like Woody.
That's Woody? Paul said he was going to unmute himself, right? So.
Yeah, he is unmuted.
Yeah.
Shows, but
well, he's trying to announce as well. Like he said, he doesn't get paid to talk to us, so it's all good. It's all good.
Adam, the awkward trackside selfie you posted of you, me, and Jesse from Saturday night.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't recognize that guy. That really said a lot about me and how my weekend went.
And explain more, Charles.
I went up at one point on Saturday when they got done with qualifying on the sled pulling track. Leroy was up in the drag race side with me and checking out how that side went. And then when it was over, I went over and I jumped on mic with him briefly. And he asked me the question, like, what do you prefer, the drag racing or the sled pulling? And he characterized the question as, are you trying to, is it trying to pick which of your children is your favorite in terms of saying that? And I appreciated the characterization, and I did say on mic, and I'm not shy about saying it on this show either, and I've been consistent about this, that pulling is my favorite thing to do. But in terms of how I view the people that do that, I have a certain soft spot for the drag racers because of that's a man who he's happy, but has had the living shit scared out of him the whole weekend. The drag race guys really put it on the line, and we had some incidents take place that a month ago, a guy didn't get out of it. This weekend, everybody did. And I got curious. I just, because I'm a nerd like this, I looked at Einstein's famous EMC squared formula. And if you were to take a 8,000 pound pulling vehicle and behind it a 42,000 pound sled, and then light switch it to, okay, all stop now at 40 miles an hour, it's 4.1 million joules of energy you got to dissipate. When we go over to the drag strip side, we got 2,800-pound cars going 180 miles an hour in the 8th mile. You got to do the same light switch. It's the same 4.1 million joules you got to dissipate, and we're not doing it. We're putting guys in the gravel trap. And Johnny Gilbert went there, got all the way to the net, and
At Wagner's this weekend?
Probably fixable. He's okay. But we had we had Steve Royalty get there twice, 180'd it at the big end, backed it into the gravel. I went through what I went through last month with Turbo Tom. I had ass pucker when the pro classes came up. I don't like that. That's not okay. It's not a good feeling to know that people you consider to be friends and guys you love are going out there and risking that hard. There's a problem. I don't know what it is. We're going to figure it out. Something's wrong. But I go over to the sled pulling side, and now I'm hyper conscious about safety issues. I want to see stuff be right because I don't want to do this again. I don't like it. It's supposed to be fun. I want to go to the track. I want to get key on the mic and be so excited. I'm jumping through the window. And I had that on the drag strip this weekend. There were passes where that definitely was the case. But I want to see everybody come back to the pit area with a smile. And if you blew something up, all right, well, that's part of it. We get that. But I don't want anybody hurt. I don't like this. It's uncomfortable. It's a new place for me. It's a new place for the sport. And I think there's lessons that can be cross-promoted in both straight line venues when it comes to being safe. So that photo from Saturday night, that was a guy who had seen some things and was tired. Yeah. I didn't recognize him. And when I walked in this office building this morning, Matthew was like, "You okay?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You look like you've had a hard weekend." He could tell. He could see it on my face. So I guess the point of this whole dissertation is just check your stuff over. If you got safety belts, you got safety equipment, you got helmets, check your tags. Is it expired? Is it right? Is it mounted correctly? Is there something you could be doing differently? Could you have an ISP lateral head restraint in your roll cage? Should you maybe have a different seat? How is your kill switch set up? Jason, this and I'm not faulting you. I'm not picking on you. How's your three-way valve? How's your air knife? Can you get to it? Right? So I'm looking at this stuff. It matters. Everybody in that pit area is a friend and probably more than a friend. You're a brother or a sister to all of us, and we want you to be okay. I don't want to go through a weekend like this again where the pro classes come up and like, shit, who am I going to have to say something about that I don't want to say? Or are we going to have a problem? That's my self-interest for my role and responsibility within the sport, but it comes from a real place, and I don't want to do that. I want to be excited about what's going on, not fearful.
No, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm just glad. I mean, I thought about you, Charles, just because I knew this is your first race back after the Turbo Tom deal, and I thought about you this weekend a couple times, and I was like, I just hope everything goes good.
We did a moment of silence for him, and I offered the prayer pre-race, and I know there'll be video of that's going to come out probably from either Matt Rice or Fire Punk or both, and I'm sorry for how the visual that goes with it because I was shaking like a leaf. I was upset trying to get that done, but that's what it is.
Oh, it's all good. Thank you for that. Paul, I think we found out what happened to Hackstad's tractor, guys. Give me a second. It's a turbo. So there's the wheel.
Boy.
Oh boy.
I've seen one or two of them.
Yeah. Mine there was nothing left of it. So, No, Charles, on my tractor, I can reach the three-way dump. I went for the fuel first instead of the dump, and that was on me.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I can
you
reach it on the dash, but it happened so fast, and your mind just kind of, I mean, I knew what to do, and I was grabbing, but I didn't grab stuff fast enough.
No, we talked about it last week, dude. You did everything.
No. I want you to know that I can reach it because somebody said I was too fat and I couldn't reach forward. Or I had the straps.
No, that I saw that comment. That's bullshit.
It's fine.
You did everything you could do, and you were reacting as fast as you could, and really, So let's talk about it to put it in perspective. There's no possible way with the elapsed time you had reaching for even the air knife.
Yeah,
you could have known the Charger had already exploded and it wasn't going to do anything. Like, come on. You Monday morning quarterback it all you want. You're some superstar who's going to get on some pull off or some Facebook thing and he should have done this, he should have done that. Just screw you. You can't react that fast, and you don't even freaking know what's going on underneath that hood. You did everything right, so let's just lay that to bed.
I mean, I had a lot of people say, and people like pullers that I really like and trust and know, they said, jack the throttle a couple times, but I've watched that video 1,000 times, and I counted from the moment, I pulled the throttle back to where I was like, oh crap, and then your mind goes, and you can see my hand reaching. By then it was too late. So yeah. Tony said he wanted me to go through that three-way dump first, but hey, I hope it doesn't happen again. But if it does, I'll try. So,
and it was a 50-50 decision. Which are you going to reach for first? And I think that your instinct was probably correct to go for the air knife. But it blew the Charger. So I mean,
yeah.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Come on, you can do it better. All right, pro. Let's see it. That's where I'm at.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so did D2 make its first appearance as with the new owners this weekend?
Yes,
it did.
Pulled it in Wellington on Friday, and then wherever they were on Saturday for.
How did it do?
I think it was a 4th or a 5th or.
So Kyle Matcham sent me that video, our Dragway 42 promoter.
Yep.
And also, a friend of the show. He's always on the show watching us and stuff like that. It's good to see that. It's good to see these tractors come back out and do that. So I did not go to any pulls this weekend. Doug and Hope and McKenzie went down to Highland and got to see the world's first Kloss Pro Stock that Robbie Lemke texted me tonight, and that very first Kloss had a 9-liter in it, John Deere. And he sent me the Kloss stuff, and we're going to do a full interview with Wildman's once things kind of slow down the next couple weeks. I'm going to go out to the shop and do a behind the helmet with them. Thanks to Cody, I got some good Rhodes mics now to do some better sound and stuff like that. And we're still working through some of those, making a few mistakes. With the Prince interview out in Wisner, we lost sound a couple times. I'm not sure what happened on that, but it's always something. The more I try, the more stuff I screw up. I swear, Cody. But that's how we learn, right? So.
Did you use them out there? Because I didn't see them clipped on.
No, we were using GoPros right then at that time. But we had a shotgun mic on the GoPro, Cody. So.
Yep.
But didn't work out. So I do want to show you, if you guys have not seen the beautiful Kloss Pro Stock. So I think Wildman's own it, and I think Lemke and Wildman's built it together, but I don't know the full story. So I didn't find out.
That is correct. Everything I was told, that's correct.
Yep.
So Robbie was texting me tonight. Robbie's a good dude. He's more than happy. He said it's not a cross dresser.
Exactly. Thank you.
And who cares if it is?
Yeah, that's my whole point. I made a thing about it earlier.
Who cares? But Kloss were sold with John Deere engines next.
So the 9-liter John Deere is what was in that, and he sent me all the proof. A little smiley face with wearing sunglasses. So get that on there. So that's Robbie was having fun with that, but he's been texting me all day. So I'm trying to run them down to do that. So I really want to get an interview with them because I feel like that's our job, guys. It's like what's hot, what's new right now. We need to act like storm chasers almost and get on the story and get it published and get it out.
That's not a good illusion around here tonight.
Oh, sorry, Charles.
I'm an insurance salesman. I've got calls I'm going to be taking tomorrow morning. Come on.
So, hey, Schultz. So
Yeah.
so is Southern Wisconsin, Northern Illinois, and Northeastern Iowa the new pro stock capital of the world?
You know, there's a lot of them, guys. There's a lot of them.
I
Yes.
looked, and if you pull all of them that are being built, all of them that are currently out, and a couple that are just sitting there, there's 32 pro stocks in that area.
Jesus.
Still got to beat the guys from Southern Indiana, though. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
I felt that like that was a Charles comment. Nerd.
So this is Highland, Wisconsin, Saturday night. We had Dirk on the show last week. This is a town of about 1,200 people, guys, and there was probably, I don't know, I would say there's 3,000 to 4,000 people there Saturday night. And for them to see this, to see Robbie drive this pro was amazing. And then, hey, real quick, that PullinHub.com thing, is that just Badger States, Charles?
No, that was created by some garden tractor puller, antique tractor puller.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's a
that's
free live results program that's just web-based, and anybody can use it.
It's legit, Charles.
It's
I'll check that out. That's first I've heard of it. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, you can. It's got everything. It's built more around like the antique because it's got like the mile per hour and everything in there. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward and simple to use.
So Badger State's been using it all year, and I've been meaning to ask Zolik. I haven't been to any Badger State pulls personally because of the Outlaw Points run, and it's cool. And then they share the link right to the Facebook page, and you can click on there and see it. But it was neat to see it. Really, really cool.
The other thing that happened this weekend too that kind of gets overlooked by the new class is that Jason Ron debuted his 5th pro stock.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, fifth?
Yes. So he's got wrapped up.
The
wrapped up.
4555 was debuted this weekend.
I got to do some math because I'm stuck at 4.
Because he also has Jay Haning's old buck with no dough.
Yep, that was number 4.
Yep.
Okay, he called me 6 weeks ago looking for Jay's number, or I know Jay passed away, but get me to get him in touch with someone, and I gave him Paul's number. Holy cow!
Here, I got pictures to send. I'm putting in the group chat.
I'm gonna. Well, no. Once we get onto the Kloss thing, that's gonna take a little bit of time, so I'll wait. So was the 8370? Doug says.
Yeah, so that was Ron or Jay Haning's old tractor.
Okay.
So he brought that one, and then he brought would have been
Bruce. We would have saw
the other John Deere.
Buck no dough at Gordyville, didn't we? Yeah.
Yes, that was the last place that you and I saw it.
Okay. Adam Wilson.
It was
says,
Gordyville 2018 or maybe 17.
Hey, you know what? Good for them, guy. I love it. If as long as they're all going to be out there and running, that's awesome. I got no problem.
Yeah, that just sundown was the other one that he had.
So that's
a brand new built pro stock tractor.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah.
Charles is getting all giddy.
Yep, I sure am. That thing's beautiful.
Oh, Charles, wait till you see this picture.
And thank God it's not another. I'm sorry, I'm gonna crap on some people here. Thank God it's not another damn R-bodied. I'm sick of it.
Doug said that they wrecked 2 of them on the dyno on Saturday. So I guess I only left them to bring 3 of them.
That's just awesome.
That thing's just freaking cool.
Okay, the old Edge of Sundown. Yeah, he bought Alan Legrand's.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Which is a
Bootlegger,
new generation
wrapped up.
body.
Then the 4555. And then, that's 5. That's a lot of pro stocks.
Yeah, see, it just gets overlooked by the class being debuted this weekend.
And then Simon's have 3.
Yep.
7 2-wheel drives, 2 mini rods, and a mod.
Nope, no mod anymore.
No mod anymore. Okay. That thing is sharp.
We did see well, it had been out but prior to this weekend, but we did see Browns with the new
Yep.
Green with Envy.
Yep.
Nice looking. It's unpainted still, but it's out.
Yeah, and Barbie was talking about that. I knew he had built that for them, so that's pretty cool. So
Youngblood was back out this weekend too. Had a problem Friday night. Came off the line, and all of a sudden, all the smoke came out from underneath the hood instead of the stack. But they fixed it and made it pass. And Saturday night was smooth.
See, yeah, Hayden said so. He pulls with the Deppen family. So looks like
is that Van Wert, Ohio, or Indiana?
Yep, Van Wert, Ohio.
Yep, that's an OSTPA event. Doug, what was the third pro stock that was revealed?
The Kloss and then 2 Irons.
Well, the one's already been out this year.
Has it?
Yeah. He debuted that at the ECI event they had in Dubuque.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, here's the Kloss. So this is Wildman's Kloss. As we know it, this is Wildman's Kloss, and it was built with, it's got a Robbie Lemke small block in it, the 9-liter, which was in the Kloss. So it's not a cross-dresser. It's for all the haters out there.
And it's a billet one too. It's one of the new Lemke billets.
We have a better video uploading right now. I don't know if something is. So there it is, fellers.
It's awesome.
Listen to the womp womp with a new Kloss. Let's do that.
I just hope it's in Monroe, because that'll be my only time this year to see it.
Deppins have Smoking Deer. I knew that. Haymaker, D2, and another John Deere.
Yeah, they have the old Green Streak X.
Does Hayden McCoy, is that like the McCoy Dust Till Dawn Pro Stock? Am I years behind on
I
that?
don't know if that's a relation.
No,
or
I'm
not.
pretty sure Monty still has that.
Yeah,
But that's Monty McCoy, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Monty still has
Well,
it.
yeah, he does. They pulled it in Norwalk when I was there, day before Bowling Green. But I don't know if that's a relation or not. Maybe Hayden can pop in and say something.
There's your comment, Jason. They just commented.
Finley, Ohio, Sunday with all 4. Okay, gotcha. That's Robbie. No, that's Robbie Lemke. No. Yeah, Robbie's been posting. It says Facebook user. They'd be Finley, is that OSTPA or is that? No, Robbie said he was going to be in the shop. Okay.
Yeah, that's OSTPA. I'm pretty sure.
So is that the Deppen comment? They have all 4. Okay. Yep. That's got to be somebody then.
Or unless it's an NTPA event, I guess I don't know.
Well,
Findlay's usually Region 2 hook.
Okay, yeah, that'd be it then.
So that's Deppins will have all 4 in Findlay, Ohio on Sunday. And Hayden says that's my uncle. I pulled a Smoking Deer for Deppins.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That video is kind of interesting. That's a walkthrough of everything from start to finish build type of thing.
Which one?
That TikTok link.
I can't open it on the StreamYard, Cody. I'd have to have you send me the link, and I'd have to click on it.
Just copy it and put it in another browser window.
You are loving me right now.
I'm not asking for much, man.
No, I just can't with the way the StreamYard is. It won't let me highlight it. I've tried this in the past.
Here.
So. Oh.
Schultz, I'll paste it into the group chat.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, Cody's too quick.
Well, he is sitting in a bed.
Yeah. Thanks for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's another thing to bring up too. If anybody follows Smarter Every Day on YouTube, he put out an excellent video with tractor pulling and just kind of seeing it from more of the science side of things and not really knowing anything about tractor pulling. He breaks it down and really kind of explains how tractor pulling works to somebody that wouldn't know what it is. It's
Destin's
awesome.
channel is must watch, and his back channel includes a lot of one-on-ones with some guys in the pits too. It's
Yeah,
really
so
cool.
that was that a Mid-South poll?
That's what it looked
down
like.
in Alabama?
I believe it was a Mid-South.
That sounds
down in
right.
Alabama, yep.
I turned the sound off.
Yep.
So
Not to be a smartass, but like Destin is legitimately a rocket scientist. I mean,
Yes.
his channel is amazing. And I loved how he was on the back channel. He was asking guys multiple times the same questions, trying to catch somebody, see if they were frankly bullshitting him. And he got similar answers, and I appreciated it. It was well done.
Necessarily, but it's nice to think that. It is it's a nice looking green. It's got a little metal point. A little different green. Raise your hand if you have a cloth tractor or chopper on the farm. Anybody here own a cloth piece of equipment? Raise your hand. Where's our cloth stand? Yeah, we got a few here in the crowd. Love it. I was just going to say that Adam.
Adam.
Actually, 960. Another pair, buddy. So Robbie Lemke driving for Travis Wildman and his brand new Pro Stock.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is.
I've got announcer jokes about CVT transmissions already teed up.
Of course you do. Oh, but that's just neat that people are doing stuff like that. Adam says, okay, we have a Challenger, a Fendt, a Kloss. What's next for the U.S. Mahindra? So,
I'm sure there's someone out there somewhere.
Probably in the minis, somebody's got a Mahindra.
There's a Kubota, like Hot Farm, isn't there?
Yes.
It was one of the light pro farm, like what Paul does.
Yeah, I think so. I think I saw it. Did we see it Gordyville or Ship, maybe?
Yeah. Thought it had a 5.9 in it, maybe?
Yeah, that would be right.
Yep.
Need a Voltra. Yeah, we do. Call
That
it.
would be cool.
Voltras are slick looking.
I'm just waiting for the open super stock with the V8 Cummins in it and a versatile hood.
I'd be okay with that.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
No, it was great to have Bob Barbee and his team on the night for Springfield, Tennessee. That looks like a heck of a good poll. I didn't do a lot of research on it till today, and the pictures I saw, the full stands and the track, I looked at the tractor and the two-wheel drive class. So, like I said, they weren't piling up dirt and they looked pretty good. So, I was excited for that, and then excited for Colorado. I think that's just going to be neat. And
that's going to be awesome. I want to go out there. I wish I could. I think it's going to be fantastic.
You can just keep doing that all that we can. We haven't tore into the remedy yet. We're not going to for a while, just knowing there's not much to do. Tony's trying to finish the season, and he's into fourth crop hay or whatever right now, and then harvest. You know how you guys know how it goes. So,
yep.
I knew we couldn't get any parts in 2 weeks anyway, so I didn't even want to get excited about it, get my hopes up. So, it's all good. It's all good. What else do you guys got before we wrap this baby up? Start talking about, we're going to have a meeting Thursday night for Pullers Championship, correct?
Yep.
That's the plan, hopefully, and get our feet under ourselves and understand where we are and what we're going to offer, because I really want to see this thing go and see it grow.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm meeting with Brad Wednesday. I'm driving down, so I'll have a good update for you guys Thursday night.
Good.
So.
Good.
Hayden says Deppen Motorsports may have a 5th Pro Stock in the works. That's awesome.
So now it's going to be a race of who can have more pro stocks between them and Ron. Competition, right, Jason?
Yeah, I love it. Hey, bring it on, man.
I think that's
No
awesome.
one owns 4 pro stocks.
No one's
I've never
ever had
heard
4
that
pro
before.
stocks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the comments are fun, but there has to be a point where we just start to go, okay, guys, let's be real. They're good. This is what people do. They, you step it up, I step it up. You step it up, I step it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's how things get better. Roos, you got anything before we wrap it up?
Grandview Gangsters got it done twice in one weekend, 2 different tractors. Because Mitas tires seem to be working out despite what certain competitors have said.
I was going to ask you guys if Masterson's was running different tires, or because it seems to be a tire game anymore. Honestly, I'm not making fun of it because I would love to find a set of India Parks for the Remedy, and because they're just.
I know somebody that just found a set and they won 2 hooks in a row now because of it.
Yeah, so I'm just telling you that I've seen it happen before. So it's all good in the hood. I was wondering if the Mitas were, we heard a lot about Mitas that March indoor pull at Louisville when Robbie Russell had him on and somebody else.
Peter Norton.
Yep.
Yep.
And then I didn't hear much about him. And then I've heard a little bit of wrinkling about him here in the last couple of weeks or so.
I think they're starting to figure out what works with them. And because you're starting to see them creep their way towards the top now.
But the power is being made. We all know that. And they're not going to stop making more power. When I was at the dyno at Hearts, I saw some stuff sitting down there and just shook my head. So a couple weeks ago when I went down there right after the fair, I just shook my head when Dustin was showing me some stuff. And they're already, it's crazy. It's insane. But that's what makes it better. And there's guys that want to do it. God bless them. And you know what? For 15 or 20 bucks, we get to watch it. And that's really what I want to say to people when they get all excited.
That was a conversation point this weekend. Is Hearts coming back with their tractor, or they got something new?
They're working on it.
Or what are they doing?
Nope, they're working on it. The one's almost done, and the second one's in works. So
gotcha. All right.
I knew they bought a new trailer because Brad Holzauer was getting his after theirs was done. So
Yep. Yeah, Dean Hollicky's been on a tear. He won the Iowa State Fair.
He won at the Iowa State Fair, then he won in Wisner, and then he went up and swept the last 2 hooks with UPM this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got it figured out now, whatever he's doing. So it's good to see. I mean, after about a year in the class, he's definitely starting to find his footing in it. So
he had a ton of success with Super Farm. Was it the big green tractor, Brent?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then obviously did a lot of winning in the super semi class and got out of it for a year and decided that was long enough.
Carlton Cope's working on Dean's tractor.
That's cool.
It has to be true. We saw it on the internet.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds like a pro sock. It does. It's running good. Good deal. Cody, see you in Colorado?
Yep.
Charles?
I will be in northern Michigan once more with Onaway Speedway Over the Top Diesel Showdown, Canadian style uphill racing once more. And we do actually have some sled pulling that's going to go on as well. Local option classes, nothing sanctioned. So that's where I will be Saturday and Sunday.
Awesome. Brent?
2 hooks for WTPA and
big ones. You got big ones, right?
Yeah, so we got Jim Falls. That's where you decided that you no longer need an oil filter last year. And so we'll do that on Saturday. And then we have one of the neatest events in Ridgeland, the big hillside pull for WTPA and NTPA Region 3 event. That'll wrap up a couple of our classes for the season. And then obviously next weekend we have the Allen Bear Memorial Pull to wrap up our season. So coming to an end here, unfortunately, but a few good shows to end things. We luckily got weekend somehow this last weekend. An hour before the show, there you could go fishing on the track, and luckily Spiegelberg's have the equipment to make something out of nothing. So, and they put a brand new track in there, big enough to put two tracks wide. And yeah, they made it work. Track very promising. It just got really, really wet beforehand, so it wasn't as best as it could have been, but good overall.
How many 4-1s were in up there at the
3?
PNP? How many?
3.
Oh, okay.
So we had Lindstrom's 2, and Jeff Ball came up. Jeff Ball drove right past Highland to go there instead. So
okay,
but yeah, it was a good turnout for all the other classes though, and it just sucks because all of the limited pros that normally would pull there, UPM had a hook, Badger State had a hook, and ECI had a hook, and YWE is all the way across the state. So it sucks for a lot of the competitors to get there. So,
Charles or Brent, do you want to answer that one?
well, hopefully we can. So we, as of right now, we're trying to try to get schedules for next year. For essentially what we heard is that Benson might be moving back to the original May date.
We're trying to not step on PPL's toes. So until we know that, that's going to be our limiting factor.
Yeah. So we're hoping. Paul was kind of in conversation with Christy. I meant to ask John Strickland and Earl Wells in Bowling Green. They came over and was talking to.
I asked him at Rockwell, Strickland, and he didn't know yet.
Yeah, and so they, I was gonna ask them, just kind of slipped my mind, and but hopefully soon we'll know. So
our plans are like Jason said, we got a meeting coming Thursday. We're gonna get together and start hashing some stuff out. We're gonna go forward. Doesn't matter what the date ultimately is going to be. That'll be to be decided. But
yeah.
We're gonna push forward. We're gonna do this. So.
We would like just to move 1 week later, because 1 week later can be a big difference for who shows up. Like this year, one week should have been huge. So we're just gonna kind of play it by ear. I'm sure by the end of September we'll hopefully have a date picked out. So
I like it. I like it a lot.
But yeah, just stay up to date on the Facebook page. Polish Championship, and we'll make announcements there, and we'll also be making class announcements sometime in the near future too. So we haven't determined those either.
We may have some changes coming for you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to Bob Barbee for coming on. I'm going to end out the show. I was looking for some video for Windsor, but I couldn't find any from last year, and I want to do that. But we'll be out there. I'll be out announcing Friday and Saturday out there in Windsor, Colorado, Rocky Mountains National Truck and Tractor Pull. And then again, good luck to Bob Barbee and the team down there at the Head Fuqua-Head Memorial Pull Saturday, September 3rd. So everybody have a great Labor Day weekend, and keep commenting, liking, and sharing everything you see about the sport of truck and tractor pulling on the interwebs, because it's really, really important that we keep that going on social media. That's what drives algorithms. So help each other out, grow the sport of pulling. So
I do want to say one thing. One tractor left to go at DeCoin, and Grayson Shorefighty is currently leading the class.
Woohoo!
Nice. Sweet.
So
nice.
That's pretty cool.
I didn't get a chance to follow up with Ogilvy to see if they had a good crowd. I don't know. Do you hear anything, Brent, at all?
From what I've heard, it sounds like it was the best crowd they've ever had up there.
Good.
And they said,
yeah, that's what Mary told me too.
Yeah, and from what I heard is that they will be reaching back out to you for promotions next year, because they said they believe it helped. So
everybody that's hired us this year has been happy. So it's we love pulling fans follow us.
So Doug, you're not fired.
He can stay one more week. So, all right, guys, I'm going to kick this off. I appreciate you. Have a good week. So,
all right.
See you, fellas.
See ya.
Welcome to Beer Money Pulling Team. Sit down, shut up, and hang on. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy some pro stocks. See you in Colorado Friday and Saturday. Welcome to Beer Money Pulling Team. Sit down, shut up, and hang on.